forgot to include this. Heard about the Key and Peele shit? My bad. And saying some other shit, but I mean whatever.
Yeah.
So there was a female comedian that put out an article or a video or whatever, and she didn't call them Key and Peele. I don't know if it was for legal reasons or whatever, but you can look it up. She called them Lock and Banana.
What?
As a code word, because she didn't say them specifically, and she was basically telling the story about how like Peele's wife up their career. My bad. I gotta look at the ISO. I be so count my friends. I don't be caring about these things.
You should be having on your warts.
Yeah, man.
Well,
I mean, it's easy to say when you have plastic surgery, man.
I mean, I can give you. You need them.
I'm keeping it real.
Your glasses sitting on them shits.
I'm gonna die how I was born, my nigga. So
Warts and all.
yeah, so she was talking about it.
I'm gonna take my warts with me.
Give me them shits back.
No, but you was born bald.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean, probably.
I'm not adding
Probably.
anything.
Probably.
God giveth, God taketh away.
Yeah, nigga.
So she was basically saying that she was supposed to have a sketch comedy show because she got signed and it was a deal, and apparently she got warned about Peele's wife, and then, they came out and said it was false, but she was basically saying Peele's wife was part of the reason why they broke up as a comedic pair, and she was basically saying she's the reason why Son lost mad deals, and she's just like mad toxic, like she just be bugging, and Son won't, I guess, stand up to her or have her chill, so she just be joining meetings and wilding. So apparently they signed a deal with Disney, and she joined the meeting. Somehow she ended up being executive producer, and she pitched them some ideas, and they didn't fuck with them, so she threatened to sue them, and then they just canceled the show. But basically, she's just been wilding.
Why would Disney sign Key and Peele though?
No, they didn't sign Key and Peele. This woman was producing a comedy show. Disney owns mad like networks and channels, so apparently Disney was the parent company to where the show was going. And
Was
Peele
they on Comedy Central?
I don't know where it was.
That's where the
going.
show was on. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was attached as executive producer to make the show go.
This is a different show than Key and Peele.
It's a different show than Key and Peele. She was partnering with him. And this was after Get Out, so no, with Key. Peele is the one who did Get Out.
I was just about to say,
successful.
Key and Peele, which one is it? Key and Peele or Key and Peele? Which one? Because, I mean, right? The Key and Peele nigga, the one that does the movies, and the other Key and Peele nigga that was on Funny AF.
The one, Peele is the one who's, I guess.
The one that was on Funny AF is Key. That's Michael Key.
Yeah.
Both of them niggas is Key and Peele, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Jordan
So,
Peele's the one that does the movies.
Key is the one she's talking about. Key's wife is the one that fucked up the deal and said she.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, and she was basically
I can't see
saying,
Peele's wife doing that. Boy,
and she was basically saying that Peele's wife reached out to her and said, "Yo, I'm letting you know ahead of time because no one warned me. She's bugging, and like be careful with her."
If anybody was a hater out of them two, it would be the Key. Key
Apparently
and Peele, not
wife.
Key and Peele.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you had to pick, if one of them was going to be a hater, it would be Key and Peele, not Key and Peele.
Yeah. So my question was, when I initially read it, I was going to ask y'all the question: at what point do you?
He just got it.
I'm just saying, just relax. I'm asking y'all this question. At what point do you cut a joint off when she's basically becoming a hindrance to your career?
Damn, the first second. Nah. I mean, it's worth a
Nah,
conversation.
but this is
if
his
you locked
wife,
in.
though. This is his wife.
Got kids and shit.
And Baif, don't say the
Locked in.
first second, my nigga.
Bro.
Same way you was going to save our lives. I don't believe you.
First second.
And I
believe
die
it.
for this shit, too.
Die for this shit.
Yeah, nah, it's worth a conversation, but I mean, what you really want to hear, my nigga? Like, I don't know. We got to talk.
I'm just asking y'all a question.
My joint ain't
like
getting
you
on
know
camera
that.
doing all of that. I can't relate.
I feel like you know that though. Like if you kicking it with a shorty, especially if we married, you know by the time you get married what type of time she on. She
Not if you wasn't
probably
famous
done
yet.
fucked up mad shit already.
If
You
you
know what I'm
wasn't
saying?
famous yet, that you don't know.
Alright.
You don't know how people gonna act when you're pulling up in those spaces.
It's true, but there are signs. There's got to be
true.
signs.
So what's your answer?
There are signs. I think fairly early on you cut them off. Because especially depending on where you are in your career. Because like the thing as a spouse is you have to be supportive.
For sure.
Whatever it is, if you want to go to the moon, we going to the moon. We'll figure it out. And like at the minute when you can't support it anymore, it's okay to leave. And at the minute you're doing like working against me, then we shouldn't be together. I gotta separate myself from you. Because the whole thing is that we build together and we grow. Like 1 + 1 is supposed to equal 4. If it's gonna equal 2, I can do that by myself.
Yeah, I'm fucked up.
You're supposed to multiply together.
That was deep. That was deep.
Nah, that was a bar.
Yeah, I got where you was going with that.
Some college shit. I ain't go.
Yeah.
You know,
There's some shit.
Celsius and calculus.
Yeah, that's
I'm
algebra.
saying
Pre-calc.
numerators and
Nigga,
denominators.
Yeah.
That's niggonometry.
Yeah. 1 + 1, that's just supposed to equal 2.
Yeah. Because see, I would have lost. I would have failed the test.
Yeah.
Definitely 2. But yes, salute. That's some mature shit. I ain't that mature, my nigga. Like,
Yeah. I'm supposed
I
to
feel
be able
like-
to go further with you than I am by myself.
That's very true.
that's some very
That's
like
very true.
mature and supportive shit. But it's like we done both fucked up each other bread before. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Me and my joint is like, but I can't see her hating on me. That's
Right.
crazy.
But like you guys fucked up each other's bread, but it wasn't because she wasn't like supportive. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. But like we're gonna find some bread. Like we'll get a different job or get a
Yes.
So I'm looking at it like that, not looking at it as in a hindrance as far as she's purposely
Doing shit.
trying to like hate on my career, on
Right.
me, like getting further in this career.
Or some
That's
like
why-
Yoko Ono shit.
yeah, I can't fuck with it.
I don't
So
know
I hear
the Yoko Ono story.
Yoko Ono was part of the reason apparently the Beatles broke up because John Lennon had bagged her, and she basically started to make a lot of the shit about her. Like she would pull up to the sessions, and there was a performance that was like super famous where John Lennon was doing the performance, and she just out of nowhere jumped on stage and started making weird noises and screaming and yelling.
So it wasn't the heroin that John Legend was on?
I didn't know he was on heroin.
Oh shit.
What you thought? Tell me what you thought. What you thinking? What you thought? What you thought?